In every man's life, there comes a choice between two paths. One, a path full of darkness and treachery. The other, a path that is bright and playful. But what the man doesn't realize is that he must either suffer through the pain and treachery while on the path to success, or suffer through the pain and darkness at the end of the path to failure. So one of the things that everybody talks about, which is wrong with Gen Z and Gen Alpha, is they have like wrecked attention span. The phrase, attention span no longer than a TikTok video gets thrown around a lot with Gen Alpha kids, with Gen Z kids, our age, about teenagers and preteens right now get like wrecked with attention spans. And today I want to help you guys fix your attention spans. So, if you're watching this video, you're already doing pretty well for yourself because I don't put no fancy stuff into my videos. It's just me talking to a camera. And if you don't like that, you're the person who needs to watch this video. Because if you're watching this video, you're already fixing your attention span. Watching these, just me talking to a camera kind of videos. And I know that some people will say it's cope, and it probably is. I can't video edit, and I don't really want to learn how to video edit. But I don't think it's important because I think it's important that I don't have these crazy high dopamine, blah, 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 you know, kind of videos. I just want raw, straight, blunt talking with whoever's watching right now. And if you don't like that, get out. Go check out some of them fake YouTubers like Mario Rios or whatever. Anyways, how to fix your attention span. Well, what your attention span is a dopamine problem. The problem is that you're so used to getting constant hits of dopamine from going onto YouTube Shorts and going onto TikTok and everything like that, that when your brain is deprived of these things, it immediately trying to find a way to get it. When you're sitting in front of your teacher and you're listening to the lecture and you're bored as heck, your brain will immediately start to try and find little hits of dopamine because it's addicted to it. Dopamine is a drug and your brain is addicted to it. So it's like, I need to find it. Where is it? Where's the fun stuff? And it starts wandering off trying to look for it. And that's when your attention span does it. It's because your baseline dopamine is so low that when you try and pay attention, your brain needs that extra YouTube short stuff to keep it up at all. That's why they put the little Subway Surfers thing below the video on the YouTube shorts and everything like that. Because your brain constantly needs something to keep it going. And I talked about baseline dopamines a lot in one of my like first videos ever. And I'll put up as a card here. You should go watch that one because it talks all about baseline dopamines and everything like that. So watch that video to really help you. But the thing is, when you are addicted to these easy, cheap dopamine kind of things, that is when your attention span really starts to struggle. So, the first and probably the most obvious piece of advice is to stop watching short form content, especially the highly edited ones with all the flashing lights and everything, because whatever. But I want to talk more about the long term ones because everybody knows that you can fix your attention span by not watching YouTube shorts and TikToks all the time. That's why we have the phrase attention span as long as a TikTok video. But how do we really fix it and get you to be able to pay attention for hours on it? Well, it's all about that baseline dopamine. So I'll go watch that video. It'll really help in understanding it, but I'll give you a quick overview here. Whenever you watch something like YouTube shorts, like TikTok, your dopamine starts somewhere right here. So let's say this is your baseline. Your dopamine starts here. When you watch the YouTube short, it shoots up. But as soon as you're done, it falls back down under the baseline. And this becomes your new baseline. And now you're here. And it will continue to do it. You'll just go down and down. And now your baseline dopamine is on the floor, right down here. So your brain is always trying to look for that next hit to keep it up here, to keep it up here with your YouTube shorts and then your TikTok videos. What happens when you do things that you don't want to do, that don't provide you with easy, instant hits of dopamine? Well, it's the opposite. Let's say your dopamine starts here. Let's say you go to the gym and you don't want to, but you do. Your dopamine drops because it's your motivation drug and you don't really want to do it. But then after you're done, you get like that post-workout high. You're up here and then it falls down right here. And this becomes your new baseline. And from here, same thing happens. But instead of going down, you go up. And then your brain is not looking for that constant hit of dopamine to keep yourself up because you're already up here. This is your baseline. And, honestly, your dopamine drops when you want to focus, but it's not that big of a drop. So I know it wasn't the best explanation. I don't know all the sciences behind the dopamine drug and everything like that. You'll have to do some research on your own. That was more of the world science explanation of it. But hopefully you get the idea of what I'm trying to say with that. So how to fix your attention span is, yes, you need to stop doing super like cheap, high dopamine things like watching TikToks, watching stuff like that. You need to start doing things that you don't want to do, like working out, going for a run, eating healthy. Instead of eating the junk food, you kind of sit there, stare at it, and go, no, I'm not eating. And your dopamine drops because your motivation is to eat the junk food. So your dopamine's dropping like hell to get you to eat that junk food. But when you don't and you don't feel bad, your dopamine goes right back up. So by doing things that are hard for you, your dopamine goes up, your attention will go up, and you'll be able to sit through things like school days, lectures, parents talking to you, and things like that without needing that constant dopamine supplement that you get from all the other stuff. So I hope this video helped. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Love you guys. Bye bye.